Hello students, today we're taking a look at the Bandsaw. We actually have a cluster of 3 of these machines. Here's our newest Delta, our older Delta, and the real workhorse machine, the Yates American Bandsaw. The Bandsaw could be used to make ripping cuts, for making cross cuts, or for resawing, but most of the time we use it for making freehand curve cuts. The bandsaw gets its name from the fact that the blade is made up of a single metal band. It rides along 2 wheels and is exposed at a small portion down by the table. Here you can see the bandsaw blade with its teeth, and it just moves around, always in a downward stroke. Number 1, the wheel guard doors must be closed and the blade properly installed before turning on the machine. Number 2, adjust the upper blade guide assembly or the guard so it's about 1/4 inch above your workpiece. This should be just above the wood. It should be able to slide through here easily, but keep your fingers out, basically. Number 3, allow the saw to reach full speed before feeding the work. When making cuts on the bandsaw, the stock must always be flat on the table. Number 5, feed the saw only as fast as the teeth will easily remove material. Number 5, feed the saw only as fast as the teeth will easily remove material. Dense woods or thick pieces of wood may cut slower on the bandsaw than a thin or soft piece. Plan and make relief cuts to prevent having to back out of long cuts. Make turns carefully and do not cut curves so small that the blade is twisting. The bandsaw is the one machine where we can cut round stock, but it needs to be securely held in a clamp or fixture. Wait for the machine to stop before clearing scraps. So when you use the bandsaw, you always stand in front of the machine. A dangerous place to stand while someone's using the saw is over to the side here. It is possible for that blade to break, and on occasion, if it breaks, it'll hit the edge of the throat plate and snake out this way and could poke you over there. If a blade were to break because you twisted or you pulled it off track, stop the machine immediately and just wait for it to stop. You will hear the wheels inside spin for quite some time before they come to a stop once they don't have the blade on them anymore. If you're trying to make a ripping cut on the bandsaw, We do have a fence here that you can clamp onto the machine. To guide the wood through. We have a miter gauge that fits in the slot here. This can assist you in making crosscuts if necessary. There's also a push stick hanging off the edge of the machine. Use this instead of your fingers if you need to get really close to the blade. Let it cut up the push stick, not you. So you can make ripping cuts or crosscuts on here, but most of the time we're actually using this for curves. When you push the wood in straight, it cuts a straight line. When you rotate the wood, it cuts a curve. The teeth are on the front of the blade, so you're always pushing inward. If you're pushing sideways, you risk breaking the blade. Always make sure your hands are to the sides, never right in front, in case something would go wrong and you could slip. I think you'll find the bandsaw is a lot of fun. You can do a lot of creative things with it.